Hi, Bill Russell here from CrossFit Cleveland in Rocky River, Ohio, with your workout details for Monday. Today you're going to do the CrossFit Hero workout, Dork. 6 rounds for time of 60 double unders, 30 kettlebell swings, and 15 burpees. We'll talk about some options in a second. I'll go over the warm-up. For the warm-up, you're going to set a clock for 8 minutes, and you're going to do rounds of 8 jumping jacks, then 4 walkouts to a Superman, 8 weighted glute bridges, both right side and left side, holding a weight on your belt line, 4 burpee broad jumps, and 8 hollow rock and rolls. After that 8-minute warm-up, if you're on the virtual class on Zoom, we'll perform isometric strength work for about 6 or 8 minutes, and then get to the workout. So the workout, you should plan on or aim for 3 minutes per round. So keep moving. So choose the weight of your kettlebell and either double unders or a substitution that's going to get you in that 3 or just slightly over 3 minutes per round, and try not to exceed 4 minutes per round. For double unders, you can sub if you don't have a rope or the ability to do your double unders inside. You can do 75 high pogos or ropeless double unders, 150 single unders or low pogos, 150 of each, 60 jumping air squats, 30 broad jumps, 75 flutter kicks, 4-count flutter kicks, or a 200-meter run. So you've got a lot of choices. You can pick one movement and do that same movement as the first exercise for all 6 rounds, or you can mix and match. It's your choice. Just keep moving. If you find that you're having trouble getting that round under 4 minutes, move the burpees down, maybe to 12 reps, no fewer than 10. So if burpees aren't your thing, you're having trouble with the double unders or that movement, run your burpees down to 10 and you should still get a great workout. As always, we've got movement demonstrations in the video to follow, starting with the warm-up movements, and then the movements and the options for the workout. So after you're warmed up, set a clock, 3, 2, 1, go. Have a great Monday. I'm going to demonstrate a jumping jack, just a good old-fashioned jumping jack. Up and down, up and down. Big circles with your arms. So that's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to demonstrate a walkout to a Superman. So reach down, keeping my legs straight. I'm going to touch my ankles or my toes. I'm going to walk myself out, flat onto the ground. Come up and do 1 Superman, or if there are more required in the workout, do as many as programmed. And you're back up. Walk back, keeping your legs straight, all the way back. Touch your ankles and stand. That's 1 rep. I'm going to demonstrate a single leg weighted glute bridge. I'm going to put the weight, you can use a dumbbell, kettlebell, our handy laundry detergent bucket or bottle. I'm going to keep the weight on my belt line. I'm going to lift 1 foot off the ground. I'm going to do my right leg, and I'm going to do all the reps necessary with one side, and then I'll switch to the other. I'm going to drive my heel into the ground, and I'm extending my hip, squeezing my glute. Squeeze your butt cheeks together. So I have a little bit of a pause at the top. Don't race through this. Drive your heel down, extend your hip, and down. Up and down. And you'll switch the weight to the other side and complete those reps.
I'm going to show you a couple different versions of a burpee. So we do a chest to ground. So you're just going to come down, get your body to the ground, push up. Think about getting your feet nice and wide so you can stand up and jump. If that's too much for you and you want to, that pop back and pop forward is too much, just step it back. Anything you can do, just step it back, come on down, right? And then step it wide again, nice and wide. Give me a little pop. Your broad jump, you want to get as much distance as you can on your broad jumps. Just right here and jump, land softly with a soft knee. Don't let your knees come in. Turn around, jump, back and forth.
Hollow rock and rolls. That's where we put a hollow rock and a hollow roll together. So first I'll demonstrate a hollow rock. I like to find my hollow by lifting my legs up in the air so my lower back is flat on the ground. And I'm going to reach for my toes. Then I'm going to lower my legs and my arms to get into a gymnastic hollow position. Lower back on the ground, and I rock. 1, 2, 3. The range of that rock is not as important as focusing on keeping maximum tension through your core. So a rock is like a rocking chair. A hollow roll is like you were rolling over. Same hollow position. Back and forth. 1, 2, 3. Try to drive that movement from your core, not swinging your arms and legs around, but staying nice and tight. So a hollow rock and roll, and if you haven't done these before, they're much harder than they look, and they're very good for strengthening your core. I'm going to rock, and then I'm going to roll. That's 1 rep. Rock, and roll. If you can do more than 4 or 5 of those in a row, you're probably not being tight enough. So it's more important to have maximum tension through your core, maintaining that hollow position. I'm going to demonstrate a kettlebell swing. First, talk about what a kettlebell swing is. Kettlebell swing is primarily a lower body exercise. Your upper body is involved, but you're really working to build power and explosiveness in hip extension. So what I want you to do is hold the kettlebell in both hands. Out front, we're going to do our standard kettlebell swing. The kettlebell is going to come up to about eye level or just a little bit higher. I'm going to have my feet just a little bit wider than shoulder width. Now I'm going to start to swing the kettlebell. I'm going to drop down and drive up. Notice I'm not using a lot of power through my legs. As I increase that power, that kettlebell will go higher. That's what I'm after. Big hip pop. Keeping my heels down at all times, squeezing my glutes, trying to focus more on posterior chain involvement. Important thing with a kettlebell, be careful when you pick it up and set it back down. Don't be casual and just twist over and pick it up in a bad position. You might tweak something. So think of it as a deadlift. Stand around the kettlebell, reach down, pick it up, and then start to swing. Also at the end, when you're about to take a rest, don't just slump over and drop it on the ground. As you finish, 31, here, and then set it down. That's a kettlebell swing. For those of you doing this workout at home, if you don't have a kettlebell, here are a couple of ideas that you can use with household items. If you have a backpack or a gym bag or a rucksack, you can use any of those. Just be careful. If it's bigger, you got to make sure that that can come between your legs and not scrape on the floor. So this is not an ideal choice, but it will work. I'm going to grab the handle with both hands. My feet might be a little wider than a kettlebell swing because I want to have the ability for the weight to come between my legs. And I'm going to swing up, down. Mechanics are all the same. Just be careful if you've got items that are loose, you can hear it flopping around in the bag. Stuff maybe a towel or a blanket in to keep everything from moving around. Our newly famous washing detergent jug. This weighs about 15 pounds. It's fairly light. Again, holding the handle with both hands, drive up and down, up, down, up. if you have a slam ball, you can use it as well. Just remember to keep your arms straight, holding on the side of the ball. Again, feet fairly wide, and up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And of course, if you have a dumbbell, you can do the same. Hold the dumbbell in both hands and just swing it right between your legs, just like the kettlebell. For today's workout, if you don't have the ability to run, row, or bike, you can jump rope each round. You can do single unders, you can do backward single unders, or you can do double unders, whatever your preference is. If you don't have a rope, I want you to do ropeless single unders. Some people call them pogos. Pretend you have a rope and just jump.
Jumping squats. So with these, you want to just get a little bit of air underneath your feet. You're going to do your normal squat, just up. When you come up, you want to make sure that you're coming all the way down, open your hips, and all the way back down. Right? Just like that. If you're feeling a little feisty and you wanted to add a little bit of weight, you can get a gym bag, or if you have a dumbbell, you can use that. So you're just going to do the same thing, just holding it in a Zerker style, making sure you're still opening up your hips and getting below parallel each time. Your broad jump, you want to get as much distance as you can on your broad jumps. Just right here, and jump, land softly with a soft knee. Don't let your knees come in. Turn around, jump, back and forth.
Flutter kicks. You're going to do 4 count flutter kicks. I like to have my hands a little bit under my butt. Helps me to keep my lower back on the ground, pointing my toes. 1, 2. So it's a 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. If you count every time you kick one leg, 1, 2, 3, you just have to double your number to get there.